It is easy to fall into the trap of thinking life is hard, especially when you feel crap 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Feeling like you're stuck, useless, or generally depressed is something we all experience at some point in our life. Usually it passes quickly and is related to a specific event. But if you start to realise that you've been feeling crap for a really long time and you don't know why, here are some possible answers and what you can do to make a change. You're being an a-hole. This could be to yourself or others. Thinking mean-spirited, negative thoughts about yourself will only serve to make you feel awful, and thinking negative thoughts about others, whether they deserve it or not, will have the same outcome. This is where the start of a toxic relationship begins. The nasty thoughts and words harm you like poison. Even worse for you is if you put these into messages, send them to people, online posts, or verbally express them. If you're thinking shitty thoughts, it will make you feel shitty. You can use our other videos to help you create a mindset shift and steer your actions in a better direction. Do not wish evil for others. Do not speak ill of others. Do not obstruct anyone's activities. You expect perfection. Nothing in this world will ever be perfect 100% of the time. If you constantly expect perfection from yourself and others around you, the unnecessary added pressure will drive to increase your stress and unhappiness, making you feel like crap. You'll feel like goals are not being met and that people aren't supporting you or trying their hardest. You need to remember that having a healthy drive to do your best and make improvements are how you learn in life. It's the way that humans work best. It's near impossible to achieve perfection in our usual environments, workplaces, home life, social life. All of these have external factors of nature, nurture, and random acts. When you become comfortable accepting your own efforts and the best efforts of others around you, you allow yourself room to grow and improve. You're eating too much. We all know that drinking more water and eating the correct amount are a quick fix for poor gut health. If you've been feeling like crap for a long time, we suggest looking at your eating habits. It's so easy to eat out of boredom, and those instant snack foods don't just pile on the calories, they trick your brain into thinking that you're temporarily happy. Then, especially if you're putting on weight, you will feel not only physically unwell, but also mentally unbalanced. Your body shape might be changing. Someone could have made a comment about your weight or the condition of your hair or skin. Overeating is the first thing you can fix to make yourself feel better and protect your health. This topic leads us into the next reason you may be feeling bad. You compare yourself to others. A flower does not think of competing to the flower next to it. It just blooms. It is one of the things that we will come back to time and time again. For centuries, jealousy based on comparing yourself to others has been the subject of books, plays, true crime accounts, and even murder. And now it's widespread online. As a species, humans want to be the best, and we're constantly searching for the answer to endless questions. If you have found yourself scrolling through social media, mindlessly watching others on TV, or even actively comparing yourself to the people around you, please stop. Let's just be real here. There will always be someone in the world with something that you want, something that you feel is better than what you have. Learn to be happy with what you do have and set yourself achievable goals to improve your situation. You're not fasting. This one goes hand in hand with overeating. If you're unsure of the benefits of fasting, you can watch our video on how to restart your body with autophagy. There are also a wealth of proven scientific videos on the subject from doctors and nutritionists and even Olympic athletes. Fasting helps our body to renew itself and fight off pathogens. This is not a spiritual debate, this is science. If you've never fasted before, we advise you to follow our simple video guide and try it for yourself. After just a couple of sessions, you will start to feel the benefit with a better energy level, which will in turn make you feel less crappy. You think you can handle everything alone. There are times in our lives when we may have to struggle through a situation alone. It's stressful, it's tiring, and it will make you feel like crap. This is because your brain tells you that nobody cares, and you are forced into this isolating situation. If you experience this a few times, especially within a short period of time, you fool yourself into closing off your contacts and becoming hard and bitter. Telling yourself that it's strong to handle a situation alone only reinforces the issue. This is why it's very important to talk to friends, family, a trusted professional, and even your work colleagues. The saying goes, a burden shared is a burden halved. And that's so true. Others can help you get things into perspective and maybe even physically help you with an incident like moving house or fixing your car or even learning a new skill. Another reason you could constantly be feeling like shit is because you believe you are not making any progress. You're stuck in a rut. This is a time to take stock of what you have been doing, make physical lists and write down all of the things that you've achieved in a certain area of your life. If, over the last year, you're struggling to recall anything positive, this is your wake-up call to start acting on those achievable little goals that will lead you on your preferred life journey. Equally, if you have made a list and you are surprised at what's on it, don't be shy at congratulating yourself. Remember, you need to move forward. It doesn't matter how fast or how little, just as long as you're moving. How many people can honestly say that they are getting enough sleep, let alone enough rest? We are constantly being told by the media that there's a certain amount of sleep that's required to boost your immune system and help you feel better. These numbers change depending on which study has been performed. So here's a TLDR from the US Government Health Department. Sleeping and resting well means you get sick less often, stay at a healthy weight, lower your risk for serious health problems like diabetes and heart disease, reduce stress and improve your mood, think more clearly and do better in school and at work, get along better with other people. If your immediate barrier to getting a good night's sleep is children, work, or another commitment, then we suggest really looking at your routine and seeing if you can go to bed earlier or sleep in longer. Either way, just adding an extra 30 minutes of real rest to your routine will benefit you. And that means no scrolling on your phone, switch it off and just relax. Playing the blame game. Moving on from not getting enough sleep, we can use this as an example for the blame game. Did you know that you might be feeling like crap because you're throwing shade at everything and everyone except the guilty party? For example, say you have a work pattern that sometimes means you have to work on a late shift. You get home at 11 p.m. and you tell yourself you need to eat your evening meal, or you stay up to wind down from your workday, then go to bed at 3 a.m. and then wake up late and feel like you've wasted the next day as well. You blame your employer. You blame society for making you have to work unsociable hours. But what if you took your sandwiches or a meal with you to work and ate your evening meal on your last break around 8 p.m? Then, when you got home, you took a shower to unwind and went to bed around midnight. In that way, you'd get a good night's sleep and wake up around 8 AM with plenty of time to do errands or relax before leaving for work the next day around 1 PM. In a world where most major TV networks have streaming services or are on demand, you can still watch programs and discuss the latest trends with your friends and family. You can still stay clean, rested, and be productive. So, who are you really blaming here? Maybe it should be yourself for not making the effort to make a positive change in your lifestyle. You're not honest with yourself and others. This could be one of the most groundbreaking fixes for feeling utterly crap. You just need to face your fear and privately accept, honestly accept, that you avoid being truthful with yourself and others. Just like playing the blame game, being dishonest to yourself and others is a surefire way to start on a slippery slope to being and feeling like a shitty person. Think about it. When you hide something, you automatically have to lie, or at least go out of your way to avoid the truth. You have to overthink each situation, and this puts pressure on you. It could be for something small. Maybe you lied about spending some money. Or something big. You cheated on your partner and your whole relationship is about to implode. Or even bigger, you could be hiding your real sexuality or gender. During these times, stress and fear of being found out leads you to be grumpy, mean, and agitated, even if you don't realise it at first. Confronting the truth will set you free. It clears your build-up of toxic, clenched-up emotion, and yes, there could be a massive change for you, but also yes, you will feel so much better when it's over. Bear with us for this one, but it will make sense. Whether you live in a town, a city, a village, there is always nature around you. Plants grow up between the concrete, the sky is above you, there are trees on a street corner, and possibly you are able to walk to the city limits or a park where nature has literally been landscaped for you to enjoy. Underneath our clothes, makeup and smartphones, we are all animals. We evolved within nature, and it's only a relatively short period of time that we've been living in houses separated from it. Take the time to connect with nature. Walk past a tree or a bush and acknowledge its shape and form. Watch a bird pecking at some seeds on the ground, a colony of ants making their way up the street, and if you have a chance, get into the middle of nature and take a walk without constantly using your camera or smartphone to photograph it. Touch, feel, smell all of these things. They will permeate your senses and blow away the cobwebs. Nature is free and it can work wonders on your crappy mood. You take everything so personally. When you're feeling run down and drained, it can seem like the whole world is out to get you because you are hyper aware of everything around you. Innocent comments, situations, and even advertising can seem like it's targeted directly to you. Of course, this is only your perception because you feel bad, and therefore you assume that the universe agrees with this judgment and wants to make you feel bad too. This is a very self-centered way of looking at things, so give yourself a reality check. The world doesn't revolve around you. Do you honestly think that everyone you meet has the time and effort to put into making you feel like crap? Maybe one of the other reasons on our list is the underlying issue, and it's causing you to be hypersensitive. Having worked in customer service-based jobs my entire adult life, it's easy to slip into a negative mindset about your fellow human beings. If all you ever hear is the bad stuff, complaints, dissatisfied people, your friends and family having life troubles, then it can feel like people need to get over themselves. After a while, you can start to become hardened to these situations and lose empathy. At this point, you'll be thinking that people are just trying to get compensation in some way. They are moaning for the sake of it, and in all honesty, you've turned off your compassion and empathy. If you think this sounds like your situation, then try to remember that each time you are confronted with an issue, be it at work or socially, you are only ever seeing one moment in time, and it's usually the moment where the person has come to breaking point. You haven't lived their life every single moment of every single day. They may be in a really difficult situation, dealing with unavoidable issues such as health concerns, family trauma, or even homelessness. Rediscovering your empathy will help you feel a lot better. You're a people pleaser. At some point in our life, this has been every single one of us. When you're a kid, you have to be a people pleaser because if you step out of line, your parent will be there to correct you. Therefore, you want to please them, and you realise that being good equals having an easy life, and possibly even getting rewards like candy or a new toy. This translates into adult life by always saying yes to people and trying to make everyone happy at the expense of your own happiness. If you're feeling like shit, think back to the last time you did something purely for you. When did you decide to do something nice for yourself? If you can't remember, or it's been more than a month, you should start to rethink the boundaries that you set for others in your life. Let's end on something that you can immediately change, no matter what your circumstance. Stretching is an amazing way to help your body de-stress and also help protect you from injury in the future. We're all guilty of having bad postures sometimes. However, if you end up working from home in an awkward position, or you've been immobile for weeks, you can find yourself carrying your body in tight, restricted ways. This causes joint pain, irritability, and neck issues, which can even cause migraines. Finding a good stretching routine doesn't immediately mean that you have to be a yoga expert. There are plenty of approved YouTube videos that you can work with. A great way to start your day is to lay on your back in bed and stretch out your limbs from your toes to your fingertips as far as you can. Hold this position for 10 seconds and then relax for 30 seconds. Repeat this as many times as you feel is necessary, then slowly, deliberately stand up and start your day feeling a little more flexible and relaxed than before. We hope this video has given you some insight into reasons why you could be feeling a bit crap at the moment. As I said at the beginning, everyone feels a bit down or depressed sometimes, but if it's going on for more than a week or two, it could be worth addressing the underlying issues. If you have enjoyed this video and you're inspired by what you've seen, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Let's change the world together.